Hey everybody, Chase here once again from Burnout Inc. Thought I'd try something a little bit different tonight. You've seen Marvel Legends reviews, now you're going to see something a little bit different. This is the Bandai Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Vegeta. I saw this online on eBay for about $50, and I saw all the different crazy poses and stuff that they were doing with these guys, and all the different facial expressions and hand gestures, and I was like, okay, well, they're probably either ridiculously small or the 12-inch type of figures. But to my surprise, no, they're actually in excuse me, they're actually to scale with the Marvel Legends in some way or another, as you saw in my Thor review. Vegeta kind of stacks up nicely against Thor, even though he's ridiculously smaller than him. It's because Vegeta is a tiny person, much like Wolverine. Bad things, tiny packages. What do you expect? So, these molds are really interesting. They're not like the Marvel Legends ones. They have a lot better range of motion than they do. And they also are able to hold their poses, even though like they have such loose, easy to pose joints. They hold really well, and the articulation in them is just ridiculous. Like, you know, head can go 360, can go up and down, can rotate all the way, go out, and I don't know if you saw it, but like, there's another part in there that moves along with it, so you just get the maximum amount of range in the motion. You can bend, you can rotate. You can rotate at the wrist. And at the wrist too, you can pop up his fist. And he's got different hands. Pretty cool. You just turn and say, "What? Bring it!" That's a horrible impression, and I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. And then he's got another one where it's kind of like an open blast palm. He's got 2 sets of those for each hand. But I prefer the fists. And no real ab articulation, but that's fine, because let's face it, this is just really wicked cool on his armor, and we don't want anything to distract from that. And he doesn't really need that ab articulation that some of the other characters do, just because of how easy it is to pose the legs and the shoulders and the arms and all that stuff. Cool thing about the hip area is they can pop down a little bit. And the reason for that is so you can get, let's see if I already did it, you can get a little bit farther range, and it's a little bit easier to pose them that way. So we can do like a flying kick a lot easier. And of course he's got double jointed knees, can rotate 360 at the ankle, and he's got toe articulation. The boots and the gloves have a really cool wash to them, to where it's like white with kind of a gray overtone to give it a little bit of shadow detail. Same thing in the hair. He's got like 3 different tones of yellow to make it look like he's in Super Saiyan form. And the blue's kind of, it's got a little bit of a two-tone to it. It's got a basic dark blue and then a darker blue going over in the muscle area. And he's got like a nice gloss to it too. And he's got 3 different faces. This is, of course, the smirk, letting you know that your doom is coming. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. Like I said, it looks just like Vegeta. They even have those little lines at the end of his eyebrows. And his eyes are green, as they would be in Super Saiyan form. You just pop that off. Ah! pop in a new face, and I always have trouble doing this. Can't be gentle. He's not going to break. These are very, very tough figures. And now, I'm extremely angry. You can obviously tell that because he's got a nice little look to him, and a little vein popping out on his head there. Do you have any aspirin? 'Cause Nappa's seriously giving me a headache. And his final swap out face, snap right back in there, is just your basic Vegeta pose. And it looks pretty good. I think we'll leave that on there. So, that is the Prince of Saiyans from the Figuarts line. I would definitely recommend these guys. They're going to cost you about $50 on eBay for each one of them. I was lucky, and I talked a guy down to $40 for the Vegeta, and I got the Piccolo for $53, which I will do his review later on. So, look forward to that, and we will see you next time.